Hi everybody. So in this video, I will be showing you an example of coming up with a fitness plan for curl ups. And remember, curl ups are just like sit-ups, except for that you have to keep your fingers on the floor the whole time while you do the full range of a sit-up. So just like all of our other training plans, we are going to start in January close to our pre-test results, but by the end in May we want to be close to our healthy fitness zone, if not passing our healthy fitness zone. And we're going to do that by each month getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer until we're there. So there are two things that we need to work on for curl ups. We need to develop both our strength and our endurance. So strength, and I'll spell that out. So strength means like the number that you can do in a row, and the strength means like the amount of workload that your muscles are doing, and endurance refers to the amount of time that or repetitions that your body is able to do at that level of intensity. So for this, we're going to do a model of building strength in January, and then building more endurance in February, more strength in March, more endurance in April, and then in May you could go either way depending on how close you are to this healthy fitness zone. Okay, so if you need to still be able to do more sit-ups total, then you'll keep working on your strength. If you can do enough sit-ups, but you're not able to do them all in a row, then you'll keep working on endurance. So, for example, this person is currently able to do 5 repetitions of sit-ups. So I would start that person out doing their 5 sit-ups, okay? But 5 sit-ups is not close to 18 sit-ups. So if it were me, I would say that this person is going to increase their strength by doing 2 sets. Now, notice that if you're doing 2 sets of 5, so you're doing 5 sit-ups, what this means is you're doing 5 sit-ups and then taking a break and then doing another 5 sit-ups. What that means is that you're doing a total of 10 curl-ups, okay? So we're actually getting much closer to this healthy fitness zone, but we're not doing all 10 in a row. So we're building strength, we're doubling our capacity, okay? In February, we might switch to just 1 set though and try and do all 10 in a row. So we're still only doing 10 sit-ups, but we're doing it with no break, okay? In March, we'll go back to doing multiple sets, but we need to get to 18. So if it were me, I would go for something like 16 sit-ups or 18 sit-ups total, okay? Which means that we're gonna bring the repetitions down to 9, but do 2 sets. So we've increased our total number of repetitions, even though we've decreased the number in a single set, okay? So it's important to keep track of both the overall number and how you're breaking the numbers up into sets and reps, okay? In March, we want to go back to building endurance, which means that we want to go back to doing everything in 1 set, okay? This means that we want to do this whole 18 with no breaks. And it's here in April that we're starting to meet this healthy fitness zone, so we're happy with that, okay? Since this person is meeting their healthy fitness zone, they might not choose to do very much more in May. They might choose to go for like 20 in a single set in May because they don't need to do much more than 20. If they're interested in like building their 6-pack or something, they might choose to go back down and do something like 2 sets of 11 so that they're doing a total of 22. But of course, that's optional. You don't have to do that. You only have to do enough to pass the test for this class, okay? So again, if we look at the pattern here, when we build strength, we're trying to increase the total number by doing extra sets. So all of my ones where I'm building strength, I'm doing extra sets, okay? For all of my ones where I'm trying to build endurance, I'm doing one set that's bigger, okay? I'm doing one set that's bigger when I'm building endurance, okay? And this gets me, by alternating between strength and endurance each month, from strength to endurance to strength to endurance to picking, that gets me closer each month a little bit to my healthy fitness zone, okay? As far as evidence goes for, as far as evidence goes, each month I'll need to do something, or sorry, each week I'll need to do something to prove that I did my exercises for that week. For curl ups, a picture will only show me that you did one curl up, which does not really establish that you're making progress towards your goal. So if it were me, I would pick a piece of evidence that does show that I'm doing it. So that would be something like a video. But my friends, if you are taking 3 videos of yourself a week doing 10 sit-ups, that's maybe about 30 seconds to a minute of video. And that's going to be a lot of videos on your phone. So if it were me, I would do a time lapse, where it doesn't show as much of the quality of your sit-ups, but it does show roughly how many repetitions you're doing. So video or time lapse, I would say, is the best for each month to demonstrate that you are in fact meeting your training plan goals, if that makes sense. I hope that this information helps you in coming up with your plan for curl ups, and that you are able to pass this healthy fitness zone in May. Happy planning, y'all.